All right, so let's do this. Sounds great. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I'm Pierre, and today is an exciting day because finally, after 4 weeks, we are going to conclude this painting. Whew, I am so excited. So, like usual, we're going to go over to the computer and we're going to check out a quick recap of what we did yesterday. So yesterday, what we basically did was a lot of odds and ends. We added these little stars in between what we did the day before because it seemed like it was missing. We did the outline of our center person, and then we did these little sperms around the hearts. And to conclude the day, we fixed a whole bunch of little quirks that needed to be fixing, like these black splattering, brought them close to the edge and where they should have been. So that's basically what we did yesterday. It did take us all afternoon. And today, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, we are going to try to conclude this baby, which I will show you the close-up of the centerpiece right now. And then what are we going to do? Well, it's very obvious. We are going to put a second coat on these sperms of the blue ceruleum. I am going to add some little golden stars in between. And then when this blue is dry, we are going to add some shading to it. And then, of course, we will sign my name and we will ship this painting off to New York. So that's today's plans. I'm not going to waste any time. It's going to be a short and exciting day. So I'm going to make some lighter cerulean blue so that we can put that second coat right away. So let's get to work. There we go. Oh, I guess I'll just do this in 2 different steps. And we need white paint, of course, to make the lighter color. Get my faithful little knife here. There we go. And since it is the second coat, we don't have to be either precise towards the edges, and so we'll be able to move along rather quickly, which is pretty cool. This is going to be a short stream, hopefully today. There's not going to be anything too intricate, but it's going to be very exciting nonetheless because it will be the end of this painting. So that's really, really cool. So we have some white, something here. Let me get the right paintbrush. Let me check out again. So like I said, we don't have to be precise. All we have to do is just make sure you can't really see it, but you can see through the black background. I did mention yesterday that if I had put white paint, we probably still would have had to put 2 coats of cerulean and then the coat of shading. By putting the first coat of cerulean, which covers really, really well, I was able to skip 1 step. So, with the same result, of course, that's the most important, is always having the best result. I'm not going to skip corners and come up with a crappy painting. Not after 4 weeks of working on it. So, I'm just going to work on this. I will switch cameras and we can work these colors together. Oops, there we go. Let me just get this down here a little bit. And I'll switch cameras now. Go to my camera number 1. And here's the blue that we're working on right now. I will add a little bit of water to it, just because we want to get that nice soft consistency. Hi Jalil. Me fais pas rigoler, hein. C'est du sérieux aujourd'hui. C'est la fin de ma toile, alors faut pas déconner. So anyways, I was telling Jalil, who just showed up, not to make me laugh. Today was a serious day. So anyways, here's our baby blue. And I guess that will be just, maybe I'll add just a little bit of water. There we go. Right. Okay, let me bring up the camera. Tout à l'heure. Jalil has a studio right upstairs, and he makes African instruments. He plays them, fixes them, and he actually came into the studio last week and played like a good half hour with us while I was painting. So that was pretty awesome. Brought a squart that he made, and he played that. That was pretty cool. So as you see, all I'm doing is just filling in the center place, the center of these sperms, just so we can't see through them. And it also will make this blue a lot more vibrant, which is what we like. So that takes care of that one. I'll pull back and switch over there. This is going to go really quickly today. But we've been waiting like for this day forever, it seems like. So that's cool. Okay. I don't want to put this on too thick because I do want this to dry quickly. Oh, but I guess we have plenty of time. I guess I have quite a bit of these little golden stars I'm going to want to paint right after this. So that will give the blue plenty of time to dry. There we go. There we go. Okay. That takes care of those guys. I'll bring this down. We're going to go down below here, but for that I'm going to have to bring over my chair, which I will put there. My little chair in front of the thing. I'll move this over so I'm not standing in the way. And I'll zoom in a little bit. Whoops, there we go. Hoppa. Okay. Very good. Very cool. I'm sure on the camera you don't see any difference with this. Maybe it's a little shinier because of the sun or the reflection of the light. But besides that, I'm sure it's really with the naked eye that you can see that it needed that second coat. Okay. I'll zoom in here on this next one. Move the camera over a little bit. Try not to make you seasick. I'll zoom in on that. There we go. Okay, better calm down here. I'm getting a little sloppy. It doesn't really matter because with the darker ceruleum, I'll be able to fix everything that's screwed up, but there is nothing screwed up, of course. Being a professional that I am. There we go. Very good. Okay. Jesus, what did I just say? Okay. All right. So, got that done. I'll move this camera back. And what's the next step? The next step was these little golden stars I want to add. So that's kind of going to be easy to do. Only thing is that I want to make sure I have the right paintbrush. Might be this guy here, or maybe I should go with something smaller. I'm not exactly sure. I'll just put these two brushes aside. I'll just show you, but I have this kind of a medium soft one, and then I have this very longer one, which I do use to like make my draw lines and whatever, like I did on these golden lines over here. I use this brush. So I think maybe I'm going to go with the smaller one, and I can always switch if I feel that it doesn't work well. So I'll put both of them to soak like that. We can just switch over. I'll take this so the gold will. There we go. Let's get the gold out. I don't know what it is, but there's something about working with gold paint which is really just very nice. I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm going to take a larger brush just to get the gold in the right texture. I'm not going to go over to the camera. I don't think it's going to be worth it because this gold is already very liquidish. I'm just going to add a little bit of water. Just like that, I can get all the paint to be nice and homogeneous and the right texture. I do want it to be opaque as much as possible, because there's no way I'm going to be doing 2 coats of this. So that looks pretty good. Okay, now I have to just step back for a second and kind of see what I want to do here exactly. Okay, I guess I have a pretty good idea. I'm going to start up like I usually do on the upper left-hand side and work my way over. So let's just zoom up here a little bit. I'll move the camera over like that. I won't have to worry at all of being in the way. There we go. That looks pretty good. And I'll come over and just switch cameras now. And let's Let's see if we can do this. Okay, little ruffles on the painting, which I'll just kind of. Okay, I'm just going to step back, make sure this is kind of the size I had in mind, and it is. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm going to step back again to make sure that this is what I want. Okay, so let's tackle that top row. There we go. I'll take a few minutes to warm up here. There we go. Those little ruffles on the canvas are making things a little challenge. There we go. So maybe to continue this, I'll just play a little music with my friends Diego and Jacek. That be nice to have a little bit of their music in this video. There we go. I'm going to need my chair to do the rest. So let's go back over here and we'll start on this column. And I am going to bring the fan over so it dries faster. I forgot to do that, so I'm going to do that right now so that that blue cerulean blue will dry faster so we can just keep on working. There we go. Not sure if I'm in the way of the camera or not, so I'm just going to move it over a little bit like that. Okay, so I am going to bring my chair over to do the rest of this. Okay. Now we'll tackle that lower line right here. I gotta rework my gold paint here. It's a hot, beautiful, sunny day in southern France. I would say it's about 78 degrees, 82 degrees, something like that today. So it's fairly warm. There obviously will be some right here as well, but I'll do that afterwards. Chair over a little bit. There we go. Go, one more, I guess, right here in the corner. Well, you can't see it, but trust me, it's almost done. There we go. And I'll just bring the camera up a little bit so we can get back to these last few that we didn't finish before because we were waiting for the chair. Okay, very good. I am going to step back and take a look now also. Okay, so like a piece of puzzle, we are going to just go fill in the voids. So I'm going back up here. I'm going to add a few more right here. I'm going to do that on the other side as well. Alright, nothing like spit to fix your mistakes. There we go. And then I'm going to do the ones down below. Now you might have noticed that I didn't quite put all stars all over because I'm always afraid of overdoing it. So I'd rather do it like this in little steps at a time, like that I can step back, look, analyze, and decide if it needs more or less. It's always easier to add than it is to subtract. So and I could feel I was putting my hand in the paint right there. Finish this guy up and fix my boo-boo over here. There we go. And I just have this last one over on this side. which I might be in the way. I don't know if I will be in the way or not, but I apologize. It'll just take a few seconds. There we go. There we go. So. Okay, I'm going to, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just going to stop the music for a few seconds here. I'm blowing everything up. There we go. Jeez. So, where are we at here? Let me just take a quick look and see where we're at. Well, I want to put the shadowing on these sperms, but I'm going to wait a few more seconds to make sure the gold of our stars are dry, because I know myself, as I hit these guys, I'm going to screw up somehow. So I'd rather just take a few seconds more. I put the fan on medium high. Jesus Christ. Okay. I just spilt my bottle of water, but no harm done, no electricity, everything's fine. So the question is, does it need a star here or here or here or here? And to be honest, so far I would say no. But I might change my mind. I think I'm going to do the shadowing of the sperms before I make the decision. And then after that, all I have to do is just kind of sign my name and whatever. So I'm going to get the black paint ready for the signature and maybe do that before I actually do the shadowing of the sperms. Like that, the paint will have time to be completely dry. So let me get a palette here where I can put my black paint in there. Then, like right here. And this also is going to be relatively important. The texture of this, I want it to be fairly liquidish, like ink, but I want it to be opaque as well. So I'm going to have to find that right balance. That will be plenty of paint. Now, I rarely give titles to my paintings. Actually, I never do, and I never date them either. But on this particular painting, in solidarity with all the, with all the injustice that black people have to go through and all this bullshit in the States, which I thought was racism. I thought it was over with like 40 years ago, but apparently not. And the cops are still pigs like they were in the 70s and 60s. I mean, I can't believe how so little has changed. But anyways, in solidarity with all that, I am going to name this painting Antifa 2020. And that's it. So I'm going to get a paintbrush. I'm going to come over here too. I'm going to move this chair over. I'm going to come over here so we can do this together. I'm going to just move things a little bit because I have the fan right behind and I don't want it to blow on the microphone. There's nothing more annoying than that. Let me just get the water here. And then we'll just blend all this in to get that right texture. So I'm kind of going to turn over a little bit turn sideways so the fan won't blow in the mic, hopefully. And just work this. I mean, this is not rocket science, obviously, just water, black paint, and we're just gonna blend everything together. It's you can see, well, maybe you can't, but it does have that beautiful little creamy texture. Very, very nice. So I'm already done right here. And I think I'm gonna just go over and start painting. I'll just leave this brush here. I use that brush just to go quickly. And I'm going to bring this up here for the time being. I'm going to come back to camera number 2 until I find what's going on with me. Find the right paintbrush, which could be this guy. And this guy might be a little too big. I'm not sure. Or maybe this guy. I like my signatures to be relatively small. I don't like flashing them like you're halfway across the painting. It's not quite my style. Maybe this little guy will be enough. I'm afraid this one, I might not have the control I want. I don't know. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is the one I did the little stars with. Okay, I'm just going to go with this guy and keep my fingers crossed. I mean, this is the only thing that you can't fix in the painting, so if possible, try not to screw it up. I'm going to move this out of the way here. I'm going to move this camera sideways. It will create an optical illusion, but that's the way it goes. And I'll zoom in like that for the first part. Oh, and what? And nothing, I guess. Just sit down and okay. Concentrate on this part here. Okay. So I've got that part done. Now I'm going to just go and do my signature now on the next part. So there's the Antifa. And let's get my signature in there. I'm going to bring this over again, way on the side. This is not the ideal paintbrush for some reason, but let's try it. Yeah, this paintbrush, god damn it, is not doing it for me. But I got the job done. Okay. A little fatter than I would have liked. Very good. Okay, let's pull this baby back now. And let's go back up to our little sperms here and see how we're doing up there. I'll pull the camera back for them now. Okay. So that's going to be fine. I'm just going to come over here and get the dark blue ready. The cerulean, dark blue. Now, I think this brush is going to be perfect. I hope so. Perfect for the job. I'll find out in a few seconds. Let me just get this paint, work this again to get that nice creamy texture. I'll come and do this in front of the camera again. There we go. Switch over to camera number 1. And this is what we're going to work on right here. It's way too stiff for what we want to do. Just bring in a little more water. And we'll just work it until we get the texture that satisfies us. I'm going to take this bigger brush, which we used earlier. I'll go a little faster. So since yesterday we kind of fixed all our mistakes, unless there's one or two other things that need to be corrected. Once we put this shadowing down, we'll be all done on this painting. It still needs a little bit of water, I can tell. So let's see what we can do with this. It's getting there, but it's not quite there. And now I'm starting to have doubts if I have enough of this blue to do all 16 of these sperms. We'll see. Actually, this might even be the right brush that I need too. Okay, so let's try this right now. I'm going to bring the camera back a little bit. We'll go up there, and then I'll zoom in again. And we'll try. Well, again, I have to move this camera over because I'll be in the way. I keep forgetting about that little detail. There we go. Okay, let's go for it. out pretty good. All right. Very good. Let's go back to these other 4 little sperms. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I'll put a little bit of music again. My friend Diego, Jacek, Lucien, 3 friends of mine. And where am I here? I am at, there we go. Very good. Okay, the last 4 to go. There we go. Very good, very good. Okay, let me pull this back. Let's get a view from back here. I'm going to stop the music for a second, rinse off my brush. Now you might wonder why Antifa. Now I did mention a few minutes ago that yes, I felt close to the Black Lives Matter and all that, but it's much more than that. I lived for several years under military dictatorship in Uruguay and in Paraguay, and I was in Argentina the year that they had the most people that disappeared back in 1977. So living under military dictatorship, I saw what fascism is. I saw 18-year-old kids with bolt-action rifles intimidate adults, making them get on their knees in the middle of the street and scream, "I love the military, I love the military." I saw a lot of shit like that. So yes, I am anti-fascist 100%. So anyways, let's get back to a lighter subject, which is the end of this painting. Let me just step back and take a look and see if I am satisfied with it. Now, okay, so here's that debate again. Do I need a star here, here, or there? Adding it would not hurt. But if I add a star here, will I have to add one here? If I add a star here, will I have to add one here? Somehow to have this black balance here, to me looks pretty good. I don't see any reason why there are enough stars. I don't think I need those two more. I don't think so. I'm going to leave it like this for now. Now, obviously, I might change my mind later. Well, this is pretty awesome. I am happy. 4 weeks later, we finally got this done. You have to admit that somewheres it's like two paintings in one. We have obviously the whole thing, but we do have the background, and then we do have the centerpiece. So isn't this centerpiece like a painting on its own as well? You could say so. So maybe that's why it took so long to do. And looking at it from full frontal, even though the quality of the webcam isn't quite as good. Actually, I'm not even sure if I can zoom in with this webcam. I probably can. I don't know how to, though. Never thought of doing that before. How could I do that? Not by doing something this simple. No, that would be too easy. Okay, forget it. I'm not going to waste your time and mine trying to figure that out right now. So let's get back to, I'll go back to number 2. I'm going to bring camera number 1 right in front here. So we're going to have one more shot looking at it from in front. This is with the HD camera, so the quality should be a little bit better. I am laughing because I am still churning in my head about these last 4 little stars here. And when I look take some distance and step back. Yes, I'm still here. I'm thinking. I'm hesitating. I'm going to go further here and even further of a distance and take a look from back here in my hallway. Okay. I came to the conclusion that I am going to add these stars on the lower part. I'm going to start with that down below here. And so, like usual, I'm going to move the camera over so I'm not in the way. Because by standing further back, I noticed that it didn't quite look right. And I know it's going to be the kind of thing that's going to haunt me and haunt me. So I might as well work my gold paint now. Just going to work this out a little bit because it was drying up, of course. Okay. I'm going to bring my chair back here. Let's switch to the other side now. I'm just going to start with this one star on the bottom, and then I'm going to step back. Hopefully, we won't have to add one there. I say hopefully because I don't want it to be too overbearing. Okay, let's pull back. I'll bring the camera back so we can all judge together and take a look at this. And you know what? I'm going to put the stars on the top. But instead of doing the perfect symmetrical and doing it here, I'm going to put the star right here. That's what my eyes tell me. I got to think this out again. Yes, okay. Let's try this. There's one. And there's the other one. Now let's see what that does. Wow. Okay, it's nature rules. The balance of harmony overpowers reasoning. Okay, I just went against everything I was saying earlier, but now it looks complete. I must admit. Okay, all right. Well, I was hesitant of doing too much, but apparently that's what it required for it to be well balanced. So let's get back to full frontal. Let's check this out. After all, we did spend several weeks on this baby. We are allowed to take a few seconds to appreciate it, appreciate the work we put into it. And we'll be wrapping this up tomorrow and shipping it off, starting a new painting. Okay, very good. Well, you'll have to freeze frame it because this is going to be the conclusion of our show today. Very good, very exciting. All right, cool, man. So here, I'll just move over to the side to say goodbye. And listen, thanks for joining me. Tomorrow's Thursday. I guess we'll at least cut up and prime another canvas. It'll be very fast. I mean, it'll be like 20 minutes max. Tomorrow's Thursday, so I'm going to do my show in French. We decided last week that every Thursday will be streaming in French, since I'm here in France and half of my friends are all French anyways. So tomorrow you can have some French lessons. So anyways, I want to thank you for joining me. I'm going to leave you like usual with my schedule. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for your French lesson at 9 a.m. And until then, I hope you have a great day, and I wish you all ciao mes amis.